So I just came back from a 10-day vacation trip overseas with my girlfriend, and we did not even bring bikes. I did not even train, but I've done my best to keep my fitness at the same level I left it before. And my little secret is Airofit.
Charles, what are you doing?
I'm training. Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charles and welcome back to my cycling YouTube channel. In today's video, we are taking a look at my Airofit breathing program that I've done over the last 14 days when I was traveling overseas with my girlfriend with no bikes, no training. This was actually first time that I was this long off the bike. So I actually needed something to actually increase my fitness without training my legs. So that's where Airofit came in. And if you don't know what Airofit is, it's a tool that I've used over the last 2 years to actually increase my VO2, actually increase my lung capacity in liters of oxygen. And I've done several videos on it. You guys should check it out. I'll put all the links in the description down below. But Airofit basically is daily training with exercise that is everything for your lungs, your breathing, and over time doing the program, you will see, and I guarantee you will see gains either in terms of oxygen volume into your lungs or into power output, VO2 max. This device has been proven number of times. A bunch of World Tour pros are actually using them for training, and it's actually used in a bunch of other sports because breathing is part of everything that athletes do. So when it came to my training for this trip, I use Airofit 1 to 2 times per day. I was trying to aim between 7 to 15 minutes of training per day, doing all their exercise from their training program. And we're gonna dive into my phone just to give you a little recap of the statistic of my breathing program during my trip to Portugal. So when I open my Airofit, we see that I am 11 days into the program. And when I go to activity, this is where it gets very interesting. On the 9th of September, as we can see here, I've done a lung test, and my lung test was at 5.4 liters. But what is the lung test? So basically the lung test is their main testing to see all your improvement from the Airofit training. So it's a tool that you want to do once in a while. And when I've done it here, right before leaving for Portugal, we can see in my statistic that my result was of 5.4 liters. And during the trip, I've done 2 other testing. My second test went up to 5.6 liters, and my third test went up to 6.3 liters. And right after this, I'm gonna do a 4th test and see where my lungs is after 11 days of training non-stop. What kind of training that I've done? So if I look at my timeline here, I can see that starting September 9, this is all the training I've done. 9 lung tests, 5.4. Then I've done inhale strength training, flexibility, control, flexibility, circle, concentration training, and that's all the training I've done. One I was trying to do either in the morning or at night, right before bedtime, and I can actually tell you guys that I do felt a lot better right before going to bedtime. So now we can see here in the last 7 days, I've trained 66 minutes. So on average, we can see Tuesday was 7, 13, 10, 10, 10, and 6 on Sunday. All right, so now without further ado, I'm gonna do one more lung testing and see where my fitness is at with the Airofit. So I'm gonna go with Discover, go at the bottom, start the lung test. Put the Airofit to F6, which is the highest resistance in terms of breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to click Start, and I'm going to connect my Airofit. Then I'm gonna get started. 6.6 liters of oxygen in my lungs, and that is an improvement. So since I started this program, I had a 17.4% increase in vital lung capacity. I now rank in the top 8% in the world. All right, so now that it's very clear that I have some gains with Airofit using their app, all in terms of the vital lung capacity, my respiratory strength, inhale and exhale. But how does this translate to on the bike fitness? Well, this is what I'm going to test next. And the test I'm going to do, it will be kind of brutal. So I've went to my Strava file, I've looked at my past power output in the last 6 weeks, and I'm going to try to hit the same numbers that I've done in the last 6 weeks in terms of the power curve. My 10-minute effort, I'm going to try to hit 293. My 1-minute effort, I'm going to try to hit 504 watts. In my 15-second effort, I'm going to try to hit 982 watts. So on the bike, the 20-minute effort that I am going to aim will be 286 at least. So what would it mean that I hit those numbers? Well, it would mean that my fitness stayed actually the same without cycling, which is counterintuitive. But if I can hit those numbers, this will be surely thanks to Airofit. All right, enough talking. Let's get on the bike and get sweaty. All right, guys, so we just finished the workout and now let's jump onto my Strava profile and analyze the number. And I gotta say, it's impressive. I've rarely felt so good with that much time off the bike. So before diving to the data, let's just look first at my last rides. Right now we are Monday the 19th, and my last ride before Portugal was on the 9th, but that was like just a quick 50-minute spin, not much effort. It was just a spin. And my last really longer effort was on the 5th. So I did not ride that whole week. On the 5th, it was on the tandem with Gabrielle. We were in a group and there was a lot of attacks. So since the 5th to now the 19th, that's exactly 2 weeks without true efforts. So now let's dive into the Watopia, the ride that I've just done. And let's go straight look at the power curve. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the numbers within the last 6 weeks so we can compare. 15 seconds. I've done a pretty much 12 watts difference, which was 12 watts less than my last sprint. And I remember last time I've done that sprint, that 15-second sprint, it was August 28th, and I was outside. And sprinting outside is a lot easier to push higher wattage. And now to match that number on the Tax Flux trainer for sprinting, for me, that is a total win. Even that 30-second effort, that's my best 30-second effort in the last 6 weeks. Now keep going on to a full minute of effort, 555. My last minute was around 500, so that's a crush. Where I did not try to do, but I could probably beat it, is a 2-minute effort. That was less because I just did not do it. 10 minutes effort, I crushed it. Last time it was 293, now 307. That's 15 watts more on that 10-minute effort. And I just kept going after that 10-minute effort. I felt just so good that I just keep my 20 minutes at 297. So that means that if I was able to do 297, I mean, that is 50 watts more than my last best 20. I gotta be honest with you guys, I haven't really done a 20-minute true effort beforehand. Like I've done a lot of long rides with sustained effort, but nowhere near my max 20. So that's why I crushed it so much on this time. But I do remember for that 10-minute effort at 307 right now, Last time I've done that 10-minute effort, it was an all-out 10, and I remember I gave my all. So now to know that I've won up that power, that's good to me. And looking at these numbers, I mean, this is just so good for me. I'm very proud. And now if I just look at all my numbers in 2022. So here, that 15-second effort, it was a little bit off because I guess, like, guys, I'm on the trainer here and I'm not on the SB20. You guys know the SB20 sprint very well, but that 18-second effort is very close. And now if we move down to the 10-minute effort, I'm about 12 watts less than my best 20 effort, which was January 1st last year. So I gotta be honest again here with you guys. This year, my fitness was not as high as I expected. We bought a new house, a lot of travels, a lot of business was going on this year with my companies. But that 20-minute effort, I've literally almost matched my best 20-minute. That was February 1st when I was like in top shape. So to hit those numbers, it's just a blast. I'm so happy. And now what's next? Well, I will keep training with the Airofit because next week I am going to British Columbia for a gravel stage race with 3T bikes. As you guys know, I'm very big in gravel this year, and 3T are sending me to BCBR. So it's a 5-day gravel stage race. It will be very interesting for me to go race over there. I got quite a lot of experience in gravel this year, so I just cannot wait to see where do I rank. But with the numbers I just put out, coming back from a 2 weeks break, I mean, I will just do a lot of structured training this week. So hopefully by Sunday, I will be able to be on my peak performance, peak shape, and Airofit will be part of my training every single night, every single morning. I'll try to do it 2 times per day. And even during the stage race, I'll try to do it every single day so I can keep my lungs as good as possible. So do I recommend the Airofit? Well, I believe that this is a very great tool in addition to structured training. If you do regularly the Airofit, you will see gains. I'm 100% sure about that. So now I know some of you guys will call it out in the comments down below that I crushed my numbers because I'm now fully rested, fully recovered. I don't have any fatigue at the moment because I've been off the bike for this 2 weeks. Well, yes, that surely plays a role into good numbers. But I feel that this is so much of a long stretch that it would not be beneficial to take this long break to come back to peak fitness. So in my case, again, I've reached those numbers because of Airofit training. All right, guys, Editing Charles here. So I've done a poll on my Instagram asking people if I would increase my fitness or decrease my fitness after 2 weeks off the bike. And here's the result. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. If you do want to put your hands on the Airofit, there will be a discount link in the description down below. If you do use that link, I will get a kickback out of it and it will fund this YouTube channel for me to become a full-time cyclist. So thank you. All right, guys, so don't forget, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already. And my name is Charles, and I will see you on the road or into the next video. Peace.